barbershop conversation, guys. Happy Father's Day, man. Happy Father's Day to everybody, man. I just got time to settle down, man. I had a great day. I'll talk about that in another video, but I just got done. I watched it in 2 parts, so I didn't watch it consistently, but I just got done watching the Earl Spence interview on $1 million worth of game. First, I'm going to say 2 things. Not Wallow. What's the other one? Wallow? What's the other one's name? Wallow. Like I'm saying, like y'all can respond back. Whatever his name is. I'm drawing a blank on his name. He's too goofy, man. He's too flipping goofy, man. He's too goofy, dog. The man is too goofy. The interview is not about him. Like I'm sitting there like Earl was talking about taxes and he cracking a joke. Nah, shut the hell up. Like 1 joke, yeah, 2 jokes, yeah. God damn, like be a journalist. I mean, this shit just drove me insane. Like I'm sitting there like, it was funny in the beginning. 20 minutes in, I'm like, is he gonna interject everything? Doesn't he know the interview is not about him? Anyways, man, Wallow and I know he's left-handed. I know he loves boxing. Why the hell? Gilly the Kid. Gilly the Kid. And 2, y'all tell Wallow I'll take that $10,000 bet. I'll give him better odds than Vegas. Tell him to holler at me. I'll take Wallow's $10,000 bet. Earl gonna stop that kid, man. Earl gonna stop him. Not a problem. You know what I mean? I'll take that $10,000 bet. Holler at me, dog. I'll give you -5 less than Vegas. Let's do the bet. No big deal to me. I got Earl, man. I got Earl. No big deal. What else? Earl was spectacular in this interview, dog. I thought I thought Terrence Crawford was spectacular in his interview. I thought they both were spectacular. But that motherfucking Gilly the Kid, dog. I mean, 1 hour and 19 minutes of just jokes? That's not what we want, man. Like, who wants to sit through that? I don't know, man. I'm different. I like to hear the person talk. I want them to talk in complete sentences. I don't want them getting cut off. It's not about you. Like, he dominated the interview. He talked more than Earl in this interview. He talked more than Earl in this interview, dog. And it was just too much for me. I love the belts. I mean, when you listen to non-boxing media per se talk about it, that sounds ridiculous, dog. If you fighting for undisputed, you gotta give up 12% of your check. That sounds I mean, that sounds retarded. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm not trying to disrespect the fighters, Earl or whoever is undisputed. That sounds. I don't know. I don't give up my money though. That's why I'm a man that doesn't give up his money. So that's I count every penny. And Earl talked about paying taxes and all that. Earl, Al Heyman is your advisor. Al Heyman runs his business out of Las Vegas because there's lower taxes than the state of California. I know you don't pay state taxes, but Al Heyman knows how to shelter tax dollars. And I'm pretty sure he has some great lawyers. You talking about paying $300,000 in taxes? Shit. You better holler at me, dog. You better holler at me and then checks and balances with your accountant. I'm not saying I have the answers, but I have the answers. I make just as much money as you guys, man. You know what I mean? And I mean, it's just ridiculous that y'all fighters are paying that much in taxes and in sanctioning fees, and it's awful, man. My God, damn. Like, I mean, I can make one move right now and save Earl $500,000. I'm gonna keep it a buck. By the way, Dre got me this. I finally got some alumni gear. Whittier College, man. You know, Fred's a Hall of Famer, man. My team's in the Hall of Fame, man. I ain't had no merchandise. How crazy is that? But as I digress, I thought Earl was plentiful. I know this video ain't about Terrence. I want to give Terrence his credit. Terrence was great. I'm ready for the fight. I hope to God that Earl and Terrence put some shoulder programming on. You know what I mean? I'm excited for this fight. I do hope it do 1.8 million buys. Like, I'm just being real, man. These are moments where boxing should be on the front page of the news, man. The news, not just sports section. It should be on front of the LA Times. You know, and I would encourage Earl, one, to do as many interviews as possible. And you guys say, Fred, what are you talking about? Listen to what I'm saying. And you got to hear me clearly. Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence, you got to interview with everybody. Why? YouTubers, Instagram. Yeah, it's going to sell pay-per-views. But more importantly, this is historical. The same way we're researching Sonny Liston. When I was doing 9 Wives, I learned more about Sonny Liston and Muhammad Ali than I've ever learned in my life because of February of 1964. Was it February? Yeah, February 20-something, 1964. February 21st, 1964. You know, at the Miami Convention Center. They stayed at the Hampton Inn. What's the Hampton Inn? You know, I learned so much about him watching those fights and watching those interviews to get the shoulder stuff, the background stuff of the relationship between Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X. And I learned so much. That's why I'm 50-50 on Muhammad Ali in 2023. I don't talk about it because I don't feel like going back and forth with people. I just stand on the truth, man. I got so much primary evidence. I've interviewed and spoke to so many people that knew Muhammad Ali, good, bad, ugly. You know what I mean? And a lot of stuff Muhammad Ali did just don't agree with my integrity. You know what I mean? And it just is what it is, man. Y'all got to work. Y'all got to work. And with the advent of the internet, you don't really have to. You just got to get a good background. You know what I mean? You got to travel with your background. So everything should be in your trainer's bag. If you got a promoter, a PR person, make sure they got a steamer and your background. You know what I mean? And you travel with that and you do interviews all throughout the day. And I know it's tiresome, but for historical purposes, y'all got to do these interviews, dog. Like, I'm going to just keep it a buck. If y'all don't do these fucking interviews, I don't know why I'm doing an interview like this in my kitchen. I don't know why. It just is what oh, I didn't want to cut another light on. Oh, man. But anyways, man, I just thought it was splendid. Earl was great. Terrence Crawford was great in his interview. I don't know how well it's going to do. You know what I mean? I know it's going to do the views, but Tank went on the interview and it only got... See, the one thing that these hip-hop bloggers fail to understand, they got to be worldly. They're not worldly. Fred, what are you talking about? Tank has been on there multiple times, right? Tank has been on there multiple times, right? How many pay-per-views did it do before Ryan Garcia? 200,000 buys. This is why that Gilly the Kid shit is it's not worldly enough. And this is why I have no desire to do an interview. I haven't called neither camps. I got all their phone numbers. I have no desire to do an interview. But this is why you must interview with a person like me. You got to be worldly. You know what I mean? You can't just talk like the chains and the jury. Who cares? You got more drip. 20% of the interview was about drip. We don't care. He got kids, man. You knew you was dropping this shit on Father's Day. Did y'all not know y'all was dropping this interview on Father's Day? I don't know, man. Maybe my expectations is too high. I don't know. You know what I mean? Hey, anybody else like those Fleming's chocolates, man? And I'm gonna tell y'all right now. That Fleming's potatoes and bone-in ribeye, man, the best. So, but yeah, man. What else Earl talk about? The sanctioning bodies, him signing with Al over Bob. That's his personal decision. It worked out good for him, and he's doing well. What else was important? The sanctioning bodies. I think that needs to be a bigger issue for this fight. But I know boxing media on YouTube is more TMZ than anything. So it won't get the steam that it should. It's a galvanizing conversation in terms of the internal boxing, how it works. But it won't get the steam that it has. But I think Earl and Terrence, maybe they fly Shannon Sharp out. I would suggest going on Barstool. I would suggest going on Tucker Carlson. He's on Twitter. I would suggest doing Jason Whitlock. Because you need to think outside of this motherfucking hip-hop culture. This hip-hop culture don't buy. They don't buy. People talking all that shit. No, it took Tank to do a fight with Ryan Garcia to hit 1 million buys. Because he has a brand. Terrence Crawford doesn't have a brand. Earl doesn't have a brand. You know what I mean? Like, y'all gotta work, man. Y'all gotta work. This is historical stuff, man. I mean, Earl got a regional brand. Terrence doesn't really have a brand. Like, I'm talking about marketing and who would pay Terrence Crawford $100,000 to show up? Who would pay Earl $100,000 to show up? You get what I'm saying? So y'all gotta work, man. But I wish y'all well. I just found out I'm not having a fight party. My business partner is. We're going to do it in his mansion, not my mansion. But tell Wallow, I'll take that 10K bet. Whatever Vegas get him, you know what I mean? We can make it do what it do. You know what I mean? Or if you just want to bet with Vegas, we'll go 5,000. You know what I mean? 1,000 ain't shit. I don't know. You know what I mean? 1,000 is, I mean, we could just run through 1,000. So it got to be at least 5. You can put your 10 in Vegas and put 5 with me. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So, but anyways, man. And I'm not downgrading. I'm just leaving breadcrumbs. I'm leading them to the trap. You know what I mean? But anyways, man, Earl did a great job. Gilly the Kid, man, you got to have some discipline. You got to have discipline. When you get your break in the interview, there's going to be tons of breaks. Don't cut people off. Stop laughing and kiki and ha-ha. You don't laugh and kiki to motherfucking get a joke in. You got to elevate. When you interject, let me help y'all media members out. Whenever you interject, it's to elevate the person's answer. It's not to get your point across. If you want to get your point across, just wait, write it down on your notepad, and wait for them to get done, and add a part 2 to the conversation. Anyways, man, good luck to y'all. I'm all in on this fight. I think it's a splendid fight. I'm happy the fight was made. It is what it is. PBC did a great job getting the fight done finally. I don't give a fuck. The fight is worth $100 to me. Like, I'm not emotionally invested in Al Heyman and this shit as it pertains to this. Matter of fact, I'm not really emotionally invested now. I just like I know that's the topic. I can get you pro-blacks to really think that you're pro-black. So I talk about it. But yeah, man, it is what it is. Because all you pro-blacks, just remember, Wilder said he was fighting 3 times this year. He hasn't fought yet. And we're halfway through the month in 13 days. That's all I'm saying. Where your pro-blacks at? All y'all that hate me. Anyways, man, that's enough for this interview. But Earl was splendid. Earl got the line of the promotion. PBC, they gonna pick this up. He said he gonna download a virus. Motherfucker gonna get LimeWire. Hilarious. Hilarious, dog. Just like what y'all didn't give Earl credit when him and Blue Blood went back and forth. He said, switching up. Blue Blood asked him a question about switching from orthodox to southpaw. Earl switched up the switch up, and Blue Blood's question said, you switched up. I thought that was clever. I'm keeping it a buck. I thought that was genius. Anyways, man, y'all have a great day. Hopefully Earl Spence gets home safe. I don't know if he's home yet. And lastly, I'm going to say this, dog. I'm not taking shots because I don't want no back and forth. I don't hate nobody, but PBC, y'all got to let more people in these camps than Ellie. This is some historical stuff that's going on, man. I'm just all I'm asking. PBC, let other media members interview these guys because this fight is going down in history, dog. This is a historical fight. I'm just telling you, in 20 years, there's going to be a documentary on the road to Spence and Crawford. Showtime, if they're still in business, they're going to do legendary nights on this fight. And if we have no content, y'all don't understand this. See, I get it. That's why I own everything, because I understand the long end of it. Y'all don't understand the long of it. Earl and Terrence, get out of your emotions, leave your ego at the door, and do these interviews and make your money. Because you may not make the money you want now, but how about if you get a trilogy out of this? Then we got no background on the first fight. That's all I'm saying. Barbershop Conversations, man. Y'all go ahead and have a great day, man. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace out.